It's a orange juice.
Barbarians, they're gonna attack 0.1 second faster. Is that gonna be much of a difference? Against tanks and all that stuff, they might be a bit faster, but really, even when you compare side by side, it's almost the exact same time they can take out a tower left ignored. But against the hog, if you notice this, it's still gonna block the hog. In fact, it's gonna kill the hog 0.2 seconds faster, just slightly faster. It has even less chance of connecting to the tower, just slightly less. But if you look at the Barbarian hub, each wave of the Barbarians is going to get one more hit on the tower. Each hit is going to be a little bit more devastating. Each wave is going to be harder to ignore. With that third wave, it actually is enough to take out the tower. With the third wave of the new Barbarian hut, that is enough to take out the tower, whereas the old Barbarian hut did not take out the tower on the third wave. Barbarian Barrel did get affected by this, but did it really? One Barbarian attacking 0.1 second faster. It will not deal more damage. Maybe slightly faster, but it's still the same total amount of damage. Now you have the Battle Ram. There's two Barbarians in there. They will attack 0.1 second faster, but the total damage done to the tower is still going to be the same. That Princess Tower is still going to live with a sliver of health. They did tweak the Battle Ram too. It's now vulnerable to knockback by all units, including Bowler, Fireball, Barbarian Barrel. That is going to really affect it in the sense that the Bowler is not going to be touched anymore. If you need to use a last-minute Fireball, it will stop it. The Wizard got a 2% damage increase. Does this change much in terms of interactions? Not really. It's still gonna kill this knight in approximately the same amount of time. Against Lava Hound, a bigger tank, maybe left ignored, the Wizard will take it out half a second faster, and it's gonna be able to tank a little bit better. But that's not enough. They're increasing its radius by 25%. If you look at the minion horde here, it's able to actually finish off the entire minion horde without being touched, without getting your Princess Tower touched. If you look at the radius, this is the biggest difference, plus 25%. The Mega Knight's spawn damage is increasing by 23%, including his jump damage. This is enough to take out Zappies. But its area damage, its regular attack is being reduced by 7.5%. Although it's being reduced, he will be able to one jump and one attack Barbarians now. No problem. But the only drawback to having a weaker attack is that he's not going to be able to take out the Knight in time anymore. In the new version, he's not going to be able to jump on the tower. He's not going to be able to get one attack on the tower. That is a huge difference. But he will still be able to take out Dark Goblin. He'll be able to take out the Princess in one shot. Nothing changes in terms of that interaction. For the Valkyrie though, 7% health buff. This is a huge buff. She's able to literally survive one of everything else in the game. So she can survive one extra hit. This results in her being able to spin one more time on that furnace. That denies an entire wave from the furnace. It's not a big difference, but 7% is. And then here's what's not a big difference though, is that her spin is slightly faster. If you look right here, she spins 1/10 of a second faster. You have to really slow-mo this. Just barely faster initiating on her first attack. The Ghost has a 0.4 second spawn delay though. Alright, so look at the Ghost. His invisibility delay is now 0.4 seconds slower, meaning that it's going to take him longer to phase back into his ethereal state. If you look on the left side, he does not phase into his invisibility anymore. He's going to remain physical a little bit longer. The outcome of the tower, it's still going to deal the same amount of damage because he attacks so slow. He dies faster, but his total damage is still roughly the same. For bigger battles, this is going to make a larger difference, especially against the Goblin Hut in a real scenario, where he doesn't actually phase in time on the left side to protect himself from the Princess Tower. The Spear Goblins, they got a 34% boost in damage. Left ignored in the tower, it's roughly the same amount of total damage. It's not too much of a change, in fact, it's a little bit less. Against a Giant, it's still roughly the same amount of damage per second. The Giant's still going to be taken out roughly the same amount of time. The biggest difference is that these Spear Goblins can now one-shot Skeletons. They're going to be able to handle Graveyard a little bit better. They're going to be able to handle Tombstone a little bit better. Bats a little bit better. Witch a little bit better. But I still wouldn't trust them fully to take care of Graveyard because of their slower attack speed. What I think is really cool now is that they can 3-shot minions instead of 4, and there's 3 of them, so they can effectively take out the entire minion horde if you time it correctly. They will not touch your Princess Tower. You can effectively deny it completely. They do have a slower attack speed, but it kind of makes up for it because they can one-shot Ice Spirit with their total damage now. Ice Spirit does not stop it from connecting to the tower anymore. Its first attack is going to initiate a little bit slower, but that does not change anything. It is still going to get one spear off onto that tower if there's one goblin. The goblin hut's duration is being reduced by 10 seconds. This means that it's going to spawn 10 spear goblins instead of 12. Although, because it has more damage, each wave is going to be slightly more devastating left ignored now. You're really going to want to address each wave, especially because the 10 spear goblins will deal more damage than the previous 12 spear goblins. The ice golem is getting a 5% health nerf. This isn't going to change much in terms of interactions, but it won't be able to kite things quite as effectively anymore. It's going to disappear one shot faster for something like a lumberjack. It's not much of a difference. However, if you look at the mega minion, that is one less shot, and each mega minion shot is a lot. That means that's one extra mega minion shot on that giant, on that Valkyrie, on that musketeer, on whatever else. Each shot counts, especially on a mega minion. It's going to make a huge difference. Hope y'all found this helpful. Stay tuned for more quality OJ.